Jake, your grandfather, emailed me last night after Boris Lee won the won the Munster final. Is he a big influence of yours?
Yeah, I suppose he'd be a massive influence of mine, and you know what, he's nearly 90 years of age and he's still flying around. He's at every game that Nian O'Rourke is playing in, whether it's under 8s, under or minor or senior, like he's at it all, and he's been up watching us training for O'Rourke every night. So he's a massive inspiration. He's an unreal character, and I'd say he must have everyone's email in the whole of Tipperary, because every time I meet someone he tells me my granddad's after emailing him. So look, it could be a lot worse. The email mightn't have been as nice as you expected it either, but no, he's a fierce character around Nian O'Rourke, and he's a big part of the club. So
it's been quite a year for you. All-Ireland champions under 20, All-Ireland champions senior, Munster champions also. Did you see this coming 12 months ago?
It's hard. It's hard to know. All you can do is just put your head down and work hard, and see what come into the summer with a nice bank of work done. I suppose we done that with both teams. In fairness, I think the under-20s were back before any other under-20 team. We were training hard. Liam Callanan and the boys had them well drilled. So they were set up well. But as you know yourself, we had a lot of work to do with the senior team, because we were after being knocked out very early the year before. And I suppose we had a lot of work to do, so we had a hard winter block of training, and I suppose we got it done, and we came into the championship, and just your momentum building after that. So as you go along, then the belief comes. You start believing you're gonna do it, and I suppose we had 2 unreal setups and 2 unreal squads, which ultimately was the winning of the 2 All-Irelands. And I suppose it's hard to know. It's hard to, you're sitting back trying to reflect on it, but you're just kind of looking forward to the next one, and I just can't wait for the season to start again.
What's your highlight of the season? I'd say it was going to be a goal against Wexford until it was disallowed.
I suppose I suppose I would have done a bit of work with Owen Kelly just previously, and he was telling me, your first senior goal is going to come, it's going to come, and I suppose after the Munster final, scoring the last minute goal, rolled onto the Wexford game, the senior, and I wasn't getting called from the bench, and I was anxious, and I got the call anyway eventually, and the game was in the melting pot, and it was just a savage game. The intensity of the game was just ridiculous, and we were down 14, and just put the shoulder to the wheel, and I suppose I scored the goal, and I couldn't hear the whistle. I didn't hear the whistle going, so I was kind of gone out, kind of half celebrating, and I turned around and seen the ref had pulled it back, and I suppose that was a bit of a low moment, but I think the point made up for it after. So.
And what about that Munster under 20 final? Because Cork was it 2 points up or 1 point up at this stage? 2 points up, and it was 5-on-5 at the attacking end of the field. I couldn't believe they didn't have an extra man back. When that ball broke to you and you smacked it into net, but first of all, when a ball broke to you, do you even get that whole, oh no, I need to make sure I hit this right, or is it just killer instinct?
Yeah, I don't know really. See, it was such an attacking game that both teams were going for ball headed. They were going for it, and Cork were a fabulous under 20 team, and I think we had a nice team to go with it. So I think a lot of people were saying it was a great game to watch as a neutral. But I suppose I had a tough enough game. Things weren't going as well for me as I would have liked, and Trevor Miller was following me around. He's a close operator. He's a good marker, a good backman, and I suppose you just have to stay in the game, don't you? In the moment, you just have to wait. All it takes is one ball to pop out like that, and that you'll put in the back of the net. So I stayed patient, and that ball came down the field, and I think it hit off Conor Bowe or something. He kicked it on, and my eyes lit up, I just seen it, and I actually, it was only when I watched it back, I hit it so far out from goal. But you just do the simple things. You hit the ball low off the ground and see where it goes.
And what is it that got the tip team through that Wexford game down to 14 men down by 5 points?
Just resilience, we the amount of training we'd done was just insane, and we prided ourselves. We knew we were the fittest team out there this year, because we had the work done, and that was down to Carver, our strength and conditions. We had savage work done, and I suppose you do the work for the days like that when you're down to 14, your shoulders to the wheel, and things aren't going right for you. A few 50-50 calls, and that's when the real men stand up. And I think you seen Nolan McGrath and Ronan Maher that day, they were just Titanic coming out at every ball. And I suppose then it was the introduction, like the fresher legs off the bench. We knew we had to make an impact to help out the boys because they were tiring out. So I suppose just sheer resilience really, and Liam Sheedy, like that was drilled into us all year long. So I think that was a big turning point for us our year, like coming that match, and I think it gave us good momentum going into the All-Ireland final.
For you coming into this setup, are you thinking, oh God, massive names here? I know Owen Kelly wasn't there at the very start, but you've Owen Kelly, Seamus Callanan, Liam Sheedy, so on and so forth. Does that kind of almost overawe you at the start, or are you just like, yeah, I want to get in and be part of this?
Yeah, I suppose I wouldn't be that sort of lad, and I suppose when I did come in last year, I think Shamey has been very good for me. To be honest with you, I'm trying to treat it as if I just kind of learn off them, like rather than see them as in awe, because at the end of the day, like I'm competing for him for, like I'm not there to like just look up at him and all. I'm there to push him on. Is this like
Seamus Callanan, I'm coming for your place?
No, Shamey's another 5 years left in him. No, Shamey's unreal, like, and he's been like a massive, like, I've been a massive fan of him since I was younger, and it's great to be with him now because it's great to learn off him, like learn from the best. And I suppose Owen and other lads, like our backroom team was unreal, like there's Tommy Dunn and Darrell Egan, even, like they're just so knowledgeable guys and like very approachable as well. So it's very helpful for us coming from the under 21 team into the senior setup, because these lads will give you a helping hand coming onto it.
So when, like in 2016, you would have been what, 16 or 17 watching on that last All Ireland win?
Yeah, I was playing the minor beforehand,
right, okay.
So I would have been 16, and so it would have been 16. We won the All Ireland against Limerick that day, and then would have sat down here and watched the senior game after. But things happened very quickly in hurling. Like, I suppose I was 18, I got called in. Mike Ryan called me in just after the April games, and so you just have to go in there and play, like,
And like those fine margins a year beforehand against the Clare, you're hitting the post and they go down the other end, versus this year, it does happen.
It's a funny game, like, and there's no point getting too worked up over anything, because like I could have sat down that whole winter and blamed myself for it, like, but like that's the way hurling goes. It can go either way in the blink of an eye. And like, I suppose 2 weeks before that I was after getting the pint and I was on a high, come down to the low. So it's the way hurling goes. It's so quickly you can change. You just have to be grateful for the moments that are there in front of you at the minute, and appreciate them when they're there, because you might be back down the ground again before you know it. So
yeah. And then next year, Liam Cahill, who has been your manager at underage level for, I suppose,
4 years.
4 years at this stage, he's going to be plotting you and Tipperary's downfall. But what are Waterford getting there?
They're getting an unbelievable manager and an unbelievable coach with Mikey Beavens, because they're just unreal, the two of them together. And it's exciting for the Waterford team, because they're going to get a guy who's going to leave no stone unturned down there. And I know Liam and Mikey very well, and they're very honest guys as well. Like, they'll set the stall out down there, and I'm sure they'll have Waterford very competitive this year and hopping off the side down there. So I think it was funny when the fixtures came out, we got drawn down in Welsh Park in the first game, but like, that's the way it goes. Like, I have great respect for the two of them.
Because I often try and think, what's the step up between under 21 as it was and now under 20 level and senior for you? Like, because I'm trying to think for Liam, what will that be for you as a player? How different are those two levels, and in what ways?
Yeah, they are different. Like, I suppose Liam and Mikey would have had us as a very professional under 20 team anyway. So like, we would have been very well organised and well drilled, I suppose. But I don't know, I think their personalities are very good. They'll be able to manage to step up fairly comfortably. Mikey's training is unbelievable, and Liam's management is unreal as well. So I think it is a hard step up, obviously. I found it quite difficult, like the physicality wise. Everyone seems to be getting stronger every year, and there's a lot of gym into it now and a lot of fitness and stuff like that. But like, it's just unreal. It's very exciting, like, for a 20-year-old to be involved in a setup like we have now with lads like Shamey and Noel and Paddy and lads like that. So it's a good learning curve for me, like.
And what are you doing at the moment? In college?
Yeah, I'm in UL. I'm in third year. I'm doing studying an arts course. I'm doing economics and geography. So
right. What's the plan, teacher?
Maybe, yeah. I'll see where the road takes me. I'm not too haven't really fully sat down and convinced myself what I want to do yet, but maybe I'll do another. Maybe I might do a master's in business or something along the lines that quite interests me. But we'll see.
Okay, thanks very much, Jake.
Thanks very much, Jake.
Thanks very much. I saw you coming. I said perfect time.
Right, Jake.